It's a beautiful day today, guys, and that is because we're going to be getting into a TAO Bittensor update for all of you. Okay, we've been doing TAO updates for God knows how long, okay, and it looks like our time is coming. So if you're a TAO holder, you know what to do. Smash that like button right now to continue the pump. Make sure you are subscribed as well. Let's try and get the channel to 12.5k by the end of the month. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so TAO. We look at that on Crypto Bubbles, one of the top gainers of the day. While the market is looking pretty dire, we are getting a few pumps here and there. And as we said in the previous video, TAO's still in the top 5 AI and big data coins. And if we do think that AI and big data is going to have a final pump, then TAO's going to be one of the leaders on that. And what you're going to see, guys, is we're only 60 million market cap away from becoming, again, the #1 AI big data coin, guys. So probably only need to go to around, what, $390 something per TAO, and then we're going to be above near, right? We're outperforming pretty much everything in the market today and over the past 7 days when you do look at the AI big data token market cap. And we need to go and find out, like, why it's pumping, our levels to be pumping. Are we going to be gaining strength against Bitcoin, guys? So we're going to get into that in the trading view section. A big reason why I invest into TAO is because of how it distributes rewards, because of the tokenomics. And some of you guys who may have missed the last video wouldn't have known what UMA consensus is. So make sure, let's listen to this quickly. We'll get into the juicy chart stuff in a second, guys. But UMA consensus is Bittensor's on-chain algorithm that decides how rewards are distributed, right? There's 7,200 TAO emissions per day. I actually get some of those. I mine TAO as well. And validators rate miners based on the quality of their work, right? So UMA then aggregates these ratings and calculates how much TAO and validator each earns, basically. So it's that fair, transparent, okay? We want it to be fair, secure, and decentralized. It uses weight clipping to stop any validator from unfairly boosting a miner score, which some other cryptocurrencies can do. The validators who consistently disagree with consensus get lower rewards or even penalized, so making it even more secure. And anyone can stake TAO, become a validator, right? You don't have to have 32 ETH or whatever it is to stake TAO. You can stake, you know, a small amount of TAO as you want, and it's going to keep power spread across the network. And when it comes to validators and miners, you've got 2 key roles that all of you guys need to understand before you do invest into TAO. And that's going to be that miners provide AI models or computational output, so basically produce high quality work, and validators assess that work, submit weight scores, and then the rewards are going to be based on how they align, guys. Together they form a self-correcting system, meaning miners compete to perform better and validators compete to judge more accurately, making the whole ecosystem just continuously get better, okay? So again, if you didn't really understand that before this video, you need to understand UMA consensus. We're gonna have a link for all of this in the description. We're gonna be challenging centralized AI because traditional AI is controlled by corporations. UMA flips that model. It rewards contributors based on merit. So because rewards are determined by decentralized consensus, there's no single authority, and Bittensor becomes open permissionless, an open permissionless AI economy, guys. Okay, so anyone can build, contribute, and learn. So that's how UMA consensus transforms AI from centralized into a global community-driven network, guys. So definitely something to look at. For all of you guys who have just come for the price, I mean, look at where we are today, okay? If we go and we check out the bull market support band on the daily, we held up above the bull market support band. We had a brief collapse in September. I mean, September is notoriously bearish for a lot of our altcoins. Now we've had a reclaim in October. And I did say in a previous video that these wicks like to get filled and we could be coming to around $100 or $390. Which is exactly where we are today, guys. So this is going to be my first line of resistance. If we can break this previous wick high, that's going to be fantastic for the price of Bittensor TAO. But then we also need to look at where people are stepping in to be selling their TAO, right? And it's funny because the median of the order block, which is usually where you see the biggest level of resistance, is right at the peak of the wick, guys. So if we can get through 390 and we could close above $402, then we most likely are going all the way up to around $450 in the coming days, okay? Not even weeks now, days, because we're going to start to get an acceleration after we do confirm this breakout. So, you know, this is a great start, but we do need daily candle closes outside of this downtrend. We also need weekly candle closes, and we can't let this week result to a wick back to the downside, guys. Okay, so if it results back to a wick, unfortunately we're probably going to go to these range lows. However, you can see here we did have a pretty nice double bottom. So do we need to have another wick down to the downside? Not really. We are at the apex of this breakout zone, and we've broken out to the upside right now, guys. So TAO continues the pump today. Another thing that's making me feel pretty bullish is the fact that when you do look at the TAO Bitcoin pair, that we actually are trying to flirt with a breakout yet again, guys. Okay, so that's something to keep your eyes on, right? We're right at the median of the order block. Again, we need to break above 0.03 for the TAO Bitcoin chart, and then we'll be going up to around here, guys, which will bring us to around that 340, which will bring us to around that $450 region, and then a big take profit is going to be around up here, but we should be around $500-600 by that point, guys. So the TAO Bitcoin chart looks like it is ready for a breakout, and again, as we said, October can be the month where we do start to get the breakouts, and especially going into the end of October into November, you want to be positioned in coins like this ahead of time. And that's why all in this zone here, I was saying like 300, you need to be getting TAO at around 300. I mean, even if we go to a previous chart that we looked at, then you can see we're leaving the accumulation zone here now, guys. Okay, so anywhere in here was the accumulation zone, like 300 to maximum 400. And once we can break out of this accumulation zone, boom, we're probably going to be going up to this big order block on the weekly over time. So remember, this is going to take weeks to months at around $700 for one TAO. Then we also do have the fib extension of around 1700 per TAO as an absolute blow off top. So even though the market's looking pretty bad today, we're getting our first little looks that some altcoins are ready to pop. And remember, not all altcoins are going to pop at the same time. And that's why I've positioned myself into altcoins that I have high conviction in. And I mean, right now, TAO is my highest conviction AI play. So that's just a quick one on why I hold TAO, where I expect it to go in the coming days to weeks. If you want more TAO updates, like the video and subscribe. Let me see you in the next one. Peace.